Hi Scorpio, welcome to your bi-weekly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading, so always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. Also, if you would like a private reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So, Scorpio, this is a time in your life where you can be torn between staying where you are in the small environment, or taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, taking a decision and going towards a path that feels much more wider and full of potential to achieve success and something great for your life. So it's about staying where you are or choosing to go towards the unknown that it seems much more promising and fulfilling than where you are at this time. So deep within you, you have a desire to walk away from something that emotionally doesn't bring you a sense of fulfillment anymore. So there's a desire to go into a new journey, to go into a new place where you can find back that sense of emotional fulfillment and passion in the journey that you are walking towards. So maybe until recently you came to the conclusion or to the realization that the path that you are in right now, as hard as you work towards it, it's just not giving you what you know you desire and what you know it brings you a sense of fire and desire to your life. So deep within you, there's a calling about letting go, there's a calling about self-love, and there's a calling about the realization that sometimes we have to go through phases of um, questioning our own intentions and decisions, so we can get to that point of understanding that where we are, it's not where we want to be. And that conclusion doesn't have to be hard. That conclusion doesn't have to be painful, because letting go is just about opening up space for you to feel better, to be more aligned with who you are at a deeper level. Of course, this is an issue of attachment. So as attached as you are to what you've built, what you put a lot of your soul and emotion in, of course, it brings a sense of difficulty and a sense of discomfort to walk away towards something we put so much of us into, and realizing that it's not giving you anything back. But it's because of the attachments that we identify ourselves, the situations with, not because it actually has to be that way. So depending on how you are so attached to the reality that you have presented to you right now, this indecision between staying where you are or going towards a new direction will be harder or easier, because it has to deal with the attachments that you put within the situation. And I believe you are taking a little bit of the hard road, because surrounding you and in your mind, you have the Four of Pentacles, talking about a fear of opening up. So a fear of letting go, a fear of the unknown, the fear of opening up your resources, giving up of whatever you possess at this time, even though you know it doesn't bring you a sense of the quality of abundance that you are really looking towards in your life. Um, so crowning you, having this Four of Pentacles, you are much more prone to the fear and the anxiety of opening up and letting go of the situation that brings emotional pain and indecision, a lot of indecision about what to do and what direction to go. So the current position, you have the Two of Swords. So there's a decision that it's about to be made, that there's a need to make a decision, but the fact that you need to make a decision brings excitation instead of a sense of opportunity. So if you have to make a decision, it means that it's in your hands. It's up to you to bring that quality of leadership to your life and empowerment. But that's the very fact that brings you anxiety, is the fact that it is in your hands. Because the Two of Swords, it's a card related with sometimes denial and the need to conciliate, to bring peace to everyone, and put the blindfold not to see what exactly is in front of you, choosing not to see, because if you see it, it means that you will have to act upon it, and you will have to make a decision. So, this is a time of understanding that we always, in our life, everything is about choices. And every choice brings a sense of potential, and it brings a sense of consequence to it. It's just a natural way of how things work. But the worst thing is not when we choose and we choose wrong. The worst thing is when we don't choose and we let others and outside energies to be chosen by us. So we don't want to take responsibility and be accountable for our own lives. That's when everything around you seems meaningless and without purpose, because you are not in domain of your own being, of your own identity. And so you let everything and everyone choose your life for you. So it's a time to question a lot your the real fear that lies behind the fact that you cannot choose or decide upon something right now, and the fact that it's more about the journey than the result. Because actually there is no wrong choices in my opinion, because if you went that road, if you made that choice, you grown into something, you experienced something. So even if it didn't bring you the outcome that your expectations created, it brought you something that was necessary to your life at that time. That again is that conclusion is about dependent on the level that you attach emotionally yourself to things and people and environment and situations, and that make you harder, that makes it harder for you to walk away. But in your soul, deep within you, in your foundation, there is a desire to move to a sense of a bigger vision and a bigger possibility of life, because crossing you, you have the world. So this is a big important thing that you're trying. It's between choosing towards a small thing or a big thing. And the big thing is what brings you anxiety, but at the same time, it's what's calling to you. It's the fact that you want to go towards the end of a cycle where things are smaller, where things are much more within that vibration of lack and unfulfillment and insatisfaction, and you want to go towards something that brings you peace, that brings you a sense of completion, even if it means that on that road you will have to go alone, and you will have to be a little bit isolated from things that things that used to be a part of your life. So it's about, again, not attaching to whatever emotionally you are connected with, because that will bring you to an energy of not wanting to put yourself first and self-develop your own self into achievement, into success. This is a card of success. So whatever it's bigger, whatever decision seems bigger or more risky or more complicated or more crazy or more out of proportion within the smaller environment you are in right now, is something that will bring you that leadership quality, that independence, that fire, that creativity, that vision, that ability to be in control of your own life, your actions, your decisions. It's where you feel inspired. So you are walking towards, this is the card of the new future. Whatever you are definitely looking to this world, and you will be over the course of time more and more self-centered into realizing that you want to put yourself first at this time, that you want to develop yourself, that you want to have a much more you want to have a louder voice within your own self. So the more you practice that sense of what it is important to me at this time in my life, what it is that I'm looking for, what it is that it feels better, and it feels right at this time for me, for my own being. Because actually, just when you can achieve that sense of being good in the place that you are in right now, is when you can be good and give that same energy towards others. So you have to understand that if you are not okay, if you are not satisfied, if you have a desire to move on, if you have a desire to go and get a life that is much more bright and bigger in terms of concepts, it's because you are aspiring to grow. And we cannot stop growth. This is when we create an energy of lack, of emptiness, of unfulfillment, of frustration. So really take your mind to the quality of fire, to the quality of self-developing your own being into creating that vision of future and of life and of change that your soul is desiring to go towards, because you will find yourself much more spirited into your behavior and your thoughts and your words. So, Scorpio, I hope you have a great time. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing. And hopefully, we'll see each other soon.